My name is Michael L. Davenport. I'm directing The Stepmother. It's a play about a dysfunctional family. Primarily the stepmother, whose day has just gone to crap because there are terrible reviews in the paper and she's turned her son out and she's got this thing going on with this doctor, but she doesn't know how it's going to turn out. It's a farce.
Excellent. So, how long have you been involved with Kitchener-Waterloo Little Theatre?
Let's see. I saw my first show here in 2012, and I was also in my first show here in 2012, I think. Yes. It was Listen Leslie. What season is that?
I have no idea.
Yes, it's 2012, because I remember You Don't Need My Life Story. 2012,
Okay.
3 years.
Yes. How would you characterize your typical involvement in a show?
Yes.
I like that.
Acting, writing, tech, yes.
Okay.
Fast, I even do band, because their standards are such that I can go over the bar and be like, yes, I played sax in high school. Let me into the band pit.
So, have you ever directed a show before?
Does March Madness count?
Sure.
I did March Madness. This is my second time if you count March Madness.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't count March Madness, this is my first time.
Neat. Well, March Madness poses its own kind of challenges from a director's standpoint that I think it definitely counts. So, what made you decide to try your hand at directing?
Well, I was chief scriptwriter for FAS, and that experience was a lot of writing things down and seeing things on stage after, pulling them out of my brain. Mm-hmm. So I decided to try directing because I wanted to see another element of that sort of process.
Okay, so how did you choose a stepmother? What made you want to direct this show?
Okay, so I was sitting in a bar, browsing the list of public domain plays.
Okay.
And this one stood out because, A, unlike a lot of the plays written around 1900, it's not full of casual racism and sexism. But B, it has aged very, very well for a play written in 1900 because it's all about relationships. And there's some really funny lines in there, and I could really see the characters pop when I read it, so I'm like, this is the one. I'm going to direct this one.
Cool. So what has been your favorite part of the experience so far?
The favorite part of the experience has been... I'm sorry. The first thing that pops in my head is actually being able to sit down. Well, March Madness, as you might know, we had a shortage of actors, so I had to cast myself, which never cast yourself. Always avoid that if you can. So I promised Elizabeth, next time I direct a show, I will plant my butt next to you where it belongs. And yes, my favorite part of the process has been not trying to direct myself, because I'm terrible. Belligerent.
So what is your favorite part of the show?
I would have to say it's all the pair interactions. So even though the play is called The Stepmother, she's not the one with the most lines in the show or the one who's on stage the most. It's her secretary, Christine. And the way the show is structured, we see a lot of interesting interaction between pairs. First we see Christine and the secretary, and then we see... Christine is the secretary. First we see Mrs. Prout and Christine. Then we see Christine and the doctor, and then we see Christine and Adrian. Then we see Adrian and the stepmother. It's just... all of the relationships are interesting.
Cool. So what would you say are you most excited about for the rest of the experience?
The thing I look forward to in pretty much all of the shows I do, no matter what the capacity, is seeing the audience reaction. I'm in it for the lulz all the way. So the part I'm looking most forward to is sitting in the audience. I'll probably try to hit 4 out of 6 of the shows and just watching the audience. And also the actors, but also the audience.
Well, you are often a very good audience member yourself.
Yes. It's also part of my directorial style. I laughed at you. That's good. Keep doing that.
So you mentioned that You mentioned that your favorite part of this is being able to sit down and not have to like be up and doing things in the show. But if you could act in any of the other shows that are happening, so Through the Mirror, Misconnection, or Court Life Calamity, which one?
Missed Connection for sure.
Why?
Because Heather's show is all about the awkward. And I know a little something about awkward.